Hey Tiz, how you doing, man? Yeah, this video's for you. I'm gonna just do it on my Kindle real quick. It's actually getting better video until I find some place to put that laptop that I can get a good lighting situation. But yeah, man, uh, I'm down to if you meet up, if we become more friendly or whatever, or even if you just want to meet in person, we can always just go out to dinner for a couple hours, somewhere around the Orlando area. I don't think Lakeland is very far from Orlando either, so I don't think driving to Lakeland would be too much of a difference either. Um, no, I really appreciate and value the communications, and I really do want to make friends. So between you and Kiz, and maybe and like a couple other people who I'm meeting through, I mean, I guess Kiz is following. I'm having a really good time. I'm really interested. I'm really sparked by YouTube now, and it's not as bad as Facebook. I'm not sure about that Minds site because it looks too much like Facebook. I'm not really interested in going through everybody's memes. I mean, I like the videos and I like the content and everything, but you know, anyway, we'll see how it goes. If they start asking for me for money, I'm out. I mean, that's it. I don't want. I'm not that interested. I'm not interested in making money off of this, and I'm not interested in paying money for this. And if all the content creators leave YouTube, that'll just leave more opportunity for people like me to be heard. But as far as your friend, I don't want to mention his name. I don't know if it's public. It's cool, man. Lose a psychiatrist. We deal with all sorts of people. It's hard to offend us, really. It's hard to offend us. It's hard to put us in a situation where, you know. And hey, if things don't work out with meeting us, you don't ever have to hook up again. You know what I mean? I know I'm going back and forth. Sorry, I'm a little scattered. Um, about role playing, dude. I mean, I think role playing is cool. I haven't really made up my own game. I'm curious to see what yours is about. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll try to work something out in that respect. Uh, I know that people Skype and play games, so that might be a possibility. But so we'll see. I mean, that's cool. I wouldn't mind to get together a group and play, D&D or whatever online. Maybe once a week for a few hours. We can put it on the side. Or if you have a group at home, just Skype me in. My internet is a little funny here. I got to get Bright House, our company, to come and fix it. I need to put the router in another room so I can get better internet. I mean, the modem in another room and the router in another room so I can get better connection. And I think my router's old. It kicks us off the internet every while. But I don't mind because even if it kicks us off, that means nobody's going to be able to hack it. So there's good and bad. But I hate when I'm in the middle of doing something and I got to run into the back room just to fucking switch just to reset the router. Sorry if I curse too much in these videos. I'm assuming you're not going to be offended. You've heard it all before. Um, yeah, as far as bands, I mean, heavy metal I grew up with, 70s rock, 60s, late 60s rock is my favorite. I like that sound. I like the style, like the Stones and the Who, a little bit of the Beatles, Zeppelin, Sabbath, Judas Priest. Alice Cooper's is one of my all-time favorite. Yeah, I like that 70s rock sound, and I like the glam sound also, like, what was Buster Point? New York Dolls and, David Bowie and stuff like that, too. Um, I mean, some of the regular rock guys like Elton John and Billy Joel and Bruce Springsteen, they're all right, but I never really collected their music. As far as like collecting, I collected mostly metal. Alice Cooper, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Anthrax, Twisted Sister, huge Twisted Sister fan. Still am, I know. Sounds stupid. Nobody fucking likes them except for them two pop songs. But I fucking love Twisted Sister. I'm an SMF till the day I fucking die. Sick motherfucker. And they used to call their fans dirtbags. I'm a fucking dirtbag. I don't mind. Call me whatever you want, because I'm an SMF. As far as the Insane Clown Posse, when I moved out of New York City and I got on the Rentfest circuit, there was a bunch of people from Detroit, and only the first two albums, Carnival of Carnage and uh, The Ringmaster, were out, and those went nowhere. Riddlebox, they came down to Florida and did some street distributing. But I didn't catch it there. I caught it from my homeboys from Detroit at the Renaissance Festival. This one girl I was friends with, when she heard the album that her boss gave her, she ran around looking for me. Says, Bob, you're going to have to listen to this. You're going to want to listen to it over and over again. We sat and listened to the whole fucking album, and I pressed repeat on her disc, and we sat and listened to it again. I like a lot of white hip hop. I like I like a lot of hip hop. Well, old school hip hop. Run DMC is my favorite, as far as old school. Beastie Boys. I like LL Cool J. I like a lot of the old school rap when it was first starting, when it was more about unity and less about separation. New rappers I like on the internet, and they're starting to get a little traction, is Lil Dicky, Lil Dicky. He's a funny Jew guy who it's like funny rap. And there's a guy, Watsky, who's a spoken word guy, who's actually the fastest rapper in the world right now. I like Hollywood Undead. Shit, man. I mean, the Bloodhound Gang is another one of my big favorites. I got into them when I got into ICP. I like music with a sense of humor, and I like music that's hard and fast and loud. I mean, speed metal, thrash metal, some of that's alright. Doesn't have to be death metal or super fast, double bass. But I like it hard. I like upbeat. I'm very upbeat with my music. I mean, yeah, there's some songs I like that, like everybody else, Yeah, I can get down with some James Taylor or some Paul Simon when I'm in a mellow mood. No problems. I'm pretty open. On the radio, I listen to the mix stations. But as far as goth music, Typo Negative, KMFDM, I don't know if they're really goth or not. I like Marilyn Manson. I liked them when they first came out. They sort of fell off after the rest of the albums. But I was a big Marilyn Manson fan. I've seen him a bunch of times. I've seen Nine Inch Nails. I've seen Jane's Addiction. I've seen Suicidal Tendencies, The Infectious Grooves, KMFDM, The Bloodhound Gang, Everclear. Everclear was a 90s quasi-punk band that I really liked. I like The Offspring. I think their shit is good. I think they're a good new metal band. Linkin Park is alright, but The Offspring mixes punk, metal, and hip-hop like it's magic with them guys. I mean, I haven't bought their albums, but whatever I hear, I like. Like I said, I was born in Rosedale, Queens, lived there till I was 12. We moved out to Oceanside, which is really only a few towns away, but it's part of Nassau County, Long Island. My dad worked out of that college Plant Point. It started as high as root beer and Hoffman soda and all that. Then Canada Dry bought it out. He bought into that. So we had a Canada Dry route. My brothers, eventually, they split and had Coors beer, so they had a Coors route. So that was my family business. My father dragged me to work every summer, and I stayed in and around Manhattan for a few years. And like I said, man, I fell into the party scene too much. And my friend John dragged me out to go on the Renaissance. Me and John eventually broke up. Everything was too volatile. I mean, physically volatile. And so I just went to go visit a couple that I met up in New York when I was going to, I went to a college for a couple semesters in New Paltz. And I met this older couple that, they sort of took me under their wing. So when I didn't have any place to go, I stayed with them for a while. And then when I moved down to Florida, they had a house down here in the county that I'm living in now. And I just came to visit, and I liked it and decided to stay. And I've been here since '99, and I love it. And if you guys ever want to come out to the beach, or you're coming down to Orlando or whatever, let me know, man, really. Lou and I have been together since '99. We have a great house. He has a great house. I'm very fortunate that he was a professional and that he had some stuff going for him. He's the first person I've ever dated that was above my station in life as far as how much money I make and what kind of person I am. He's very buttoned down, conservative. I mean, he's a big old Pooh Bear. I mean, he's a bear. He's heavy set, maybe a little too heavy set, but he's conservative. He's from New York. He's from a very conservative Italian background. And he's very easygoing. So he likes me. The basic attributes he likes me for is I'm kind and I make him laugh. All right, so he doesn't want me to show pictures of him. Probably shouldn't even supposed to say his name, but he he's a pretty cool guy, and he gets along with everybody, and so you don't ever have to worry about, you know, miscommunicating yourself if we meet in public or you end up communicating with him. He's pretty chill. All right? So here's your video, Tiz, or Hector, or whatever else you want to be called by. All right? Peace, man. I'm really glad we're starting to communicate and become friends, man. It hits me right here. Seriously. All right, man? Hugs.